Hey everyone, here's just a little pre-intro to the episode. Just wanted to show you this mine shaft, which is literally 50 blocks from where we spawned, and I never saw it until I came back to get some vines from those trees. And the only thing in it is this chest, which does have a golden apple, which is nice. Would have been cool to have that at the start, but oh well, we found it now. And just wanted to apologize in advance because this episode has many multitudes of mundane Minecraft montages. But I'm really happy with how everything turned out, so hopefully you stick around. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 8 of my very first hardcore Minecraft playthrough. Last episode we were able to defeat over 3,400 withers, so I think it's time to retire our shield. Let me know if there's anything interesting we can do with this shield, or if it's just going to collect dust in this chest. But we have a big episode of building today, so let's get into it. As you can see, I've done some of the groundwork with the village. I've replaced all the path blocks with dirt. I got rid of the wells. All of the farms have been removed. So that way we have a clean slate, blank canvas for all of this. But I decided the first thing I want to do is start with the perimeter wall. And I want to do that because this fence, while functional, is not pretty. And I think it's time that we replace it. So I'm going to lay out a little framework of how I want the wall to go around the village, so that way it'll make it a little bit easier for us to build it. And I'm currently living off baked potatoes, which, if you ask my wife, is the only way to live. She loves baked potatoes. So I've got a little border sort of put around the village, just to give me an idea of what I'm looking at. And here's the first section of the straight part of the walls done. This is obviously the design I've gone for. It is the same on both sides, so it's mirrored on the inside. I think it looks nice. I tried to get some green in there. I think that's just the right amount without being too much. I tested out like putting a block of emerald in the middle, but I like it with the fences to where you can see through it still. And I mean, at its thinnest part, it's only this fence, but it'll still protect us. And this part took me probably like 10 minutes to make. Just wanted to make sure I was doing it right and whatever, but I'm sure we can get that time down a little bit. So I think I'm going to start by placing the pillars, the acacia log pillars, around on the straight parts. That way I can get a feel for the straight parts at least, and then we'll start filling them in as we go. Alright everyone, we have mostly completed the straight parts of this, the non-diagonal ones. We need to do a little bit of work along the bottom, especially on these taller ones. As you can see, the bottom is still open, but rest of it is pretty much done. Now we're going to start on the diagonals, which are what I'm least excited for. And I think I found something I like, and I mean, it's going to look weird because it's got to go up to match. I knew this was going to happen beforehand. Like, these two are the same height, so that'll be easy. But this straight one right here is 2 blocks lower than this one. So we got to go up a block here, and then up a block here. So it's gonna look a little strange. Just the walls here, but baby zombies can still fit through. So what we're gonna do is put mossy cobblestone there. Alright, so it's taken about 8 hours or so, but we have the majority of the wall done. I'm really happy with how it's turned out, even though it took us so long. I do like the way it looks. I'll show you the outside. I just kind of threw leaves everywhere and vines, which, like, that one won't grow, but these ones should grow over time. Sort of blend it into the environment a little more, add some green into it. I think on some of these, a baby zombie might actually be able to get in certain ones, like they might be able to jump onto this and then walk through here, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. It seems like it'd be a rare occurrence if they can get through. And I'll show you from higher up. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Obviously we have a gap right there, as well as one on the other side. And I wanted the one over by our main house to be sort of like a water entrance, that one over there. And then this one is going to be the main entrance, which I haven't designed yet. I have done that one, so I'm going to go build that one now. Here is the finished product. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I like the gate. It doesn't have to be like a functional entrance. I just wanted it to have the appearance of like a ship entrance, and then I added ladders in both of these towers, so that way you could get up from the walkways. I really like how it turned out. I think it fits well. Now the only thing we have left to do is the entrance over there, and then our village is secure, and I think everything is lit up well enough. We're obviously going to make it look prettier, but just for now, so no enemies spawn. And then once we finish that gate, then I'll remove the fence, the old border of our village. At this point, I had depleted the double chest of deep slate, which I mined for the wall. So I spent about an hour collecting more deep slate, which you guys are seeing in approximately 20 seconds. I wish I could mine that fast. And with this main gate, I believe our wall is completed. I went ahead and duplicated some of the banners that we used on the Nether Temple. Still have 6 left over for our next builds, and I just put them around just so that way you could see them from a distance. I still need to add some ways to get up in certain spots, like there's a ladder going up each of these towers, but there's no way to get on top of the wall easily right now. And I'm not super happy with this cobblestone wall, or this cobbled deep slate wall, so I'll probably be changing it out. I just wanted it to be protected for now. We have a couple guards here at the front gate, and we put 2 guards over here, as well as banners up on top, the same banner. And I'm really happy with how this wall turned out. I've always wanted to build one of these walls in Minecraft, but never really got around to it, just because it does take a lot of work. I'd say this whole wall took us probably about 20 hours or so with all the planning and everything, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. And we should be safe, so I'll go ahead and remove the fence now, and I'll either be really happy that nothing gets in, or I'll be really sad because all my villagers might be dead. So I'll keep you updated. It's been about 3 in-game nights since we removed the old fence barrier around the village, and I put in some beacon lights in all the water in the little tower building montage. You saw we had to move the grave for our last horse, the one that didn't have a name, so I wanted to rebuild it. So I think it's a little more fitting for a horse, and it's a nice little sort of decoration for that area. I built a little stable for Portobello. It's near our house, which is nice because then when we want to go on an adventure, we just walk right over to him. For one we're not going to fly on. They don't all have to be, crazy designs, really big builds. Something simple and small is nice. It fits the aesthetic of the village, and it adds to this empty space by our iron farm. The cactus farm area of the village, I decided to put farms throughout here. So here we have melons and pumpkins. I've put some sweet berries in a fence. This we're going to plant beets in. I have cocoa beans growing. We follow the path around. This is our largest farm. And this will be a mix of carrots, potatoes, and wheat. So I just wanted to show off the farm. I did change a few things. It felt really cramped, so I restructured some of them. Like I got rid of the bottom part of the beetroots here, and one of these jungle trees for cocoa beans. So now there's a walkway this way. I put compost bins around, so now we have some farmers. He's harvesting these, which we don't really need them. This was more for decoration anyways. And I put some beehives in throughout and a couple little scarecrows. we got wheat in this one. We got carrots here and potatoes here. And like I said, just composters and bees, couple scarecrows spread throughout. And I'm a lot happier with it now than when the design it was before, when that was all one big thing. This episode is already getting pretty long, so I've decided I'm going to split the village building into 2 episodes, just to keep them a little shorter. Built this whole wall. We added this farm area around the cactus farm. We added a horse stable and this pathway outside the main gate. We only have a couple more builds left to do, which we'll do next episode. Next episode, we're also going to visit an ocean monument, because we did pass those ocean monuments earlier in this series, and we haven't taken one on yet. And as always, I added a layer to the cactus farm. This is layer 8 for episode 8, and I went ahead and added layer 9 for the next episode. So next episode, we're going to get right into the building and the conquering of that water monument. So see you guys then.